Hello and welcome, Universe Mode. This is Smackdown Live. We are, of course, in the first Smackdown Live of this series of Universe, and, well, there was plenty to talk about at No Way Out when it came to Smackdown Live, and the majority of that talking point came from the match that wasn't even for the WWE Championship, the match that stood by itself, and the match that has stood a true test of time as well. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Kazuchika Okada had everyone talking with the way in which it ended. We may be getting into those talking points at the start of the evening here. As you see right there, Kofi Kingston drafted from Monday Night Raw to SmackDown Live. So many drafts were taken care of over the last week of the last series of Universe, and you see one of them right there. Kingston going to get a shot against the man himself, Shinsuke Nakamura. We'll see how that'll go later on tonight. To start things off here tonight, Nakamura has proven himself to be a standout guy here on SmackDown Live since his return, and that sudden victory over Kazuchika Okada at No Way Out certainly assists improving it. But that is not all here for tonight. We get to the main event of the evening, and there it stands right there. Bobby Fish to go one-on-one against the man who challenged unsuccessfully for the WWE Championship. It is Jeff Hardy. Both these guys know what it's like. You know, these guys met in the triple threat match a few weeks ago. It was Hardy who beat Fish in a triple threat match to become the #1 contender. Now here tonight, Fish by himself, Jinder Mahal long gone, looks to get himself back on his way towards success once again. We'll see how all that will go later on this evening, but let's start things off with Kingston Nakamura. Alright, time to kickstart this show then. Let us get underway with it right now, and here is the man making his way out. Kofi Kingston got a great chance for him going here in this one. Kingston throwing his attire a little bit back there and going back to some older ways, but the theme remains the same for Kofi Kingston as he heads towards the ring here. Amped up and ready to go is this man. Of course, Kingston was a member of the New Day, but a division happened where Kofi Kingston was given the chance to stay on the main roster. Meanwhile, his fellow New Day members had to take what was effectively the fall to NXT. But Kofi still bears the flag of New Day in many regards. He still fights for New Day time and time again. He may very well do so here tonight for his brethren as he prepares for this matchup against Shinsuke Nakamura. A great chance for Kofi to make a standout performance here in what is his SmackDown Live debut. But here comes the man that I think most were talking about heading out of No Way Out, Shinsuke Nakamura. This man did his very best to get everyone's attention, and he did it. There are still so many questions surrounding his victory. How did Nakamura beat Okada in one Kinshasa? How did he do it in one? People started speculating. I saw someone saying that there was a metal plate underneath Nakamura's knee. May have been a reason. I just think, and I think it was the same person who made that point, I think we're seeing the downfall of the Rainmaker. And I think what Shinsuke Nakamura did at No Way Out added to it exponentially. The fall from grace that Okada's been witnessing, to all those that are new around here, he went from being the Royal Rumble winner, from main event in WrestleMania and becoming the WWE Champion, then lost the title at SummerSlam to Brock Lesnar, and from then on it feels like a downward spiral, a fast lane. This man came back from injury and betrayed Okada and cost him the chance to be the champion again, and just 2 nights ago at No Way Out, beat him in the middle of the ring. No cheating as far as we could tell, no shenanigans. Shinsuke Nakamura simply winning over Okada. Okada not here tonight. And I wonder where the Rainmaker does go from here. Nakamura, one thing is for certain, he keeps on going, he keeps on fighting. And he's going to try and do just that against Kofi Kingston here tonight. Great chance on the line though for Kingston, there's no doubt about it. Not a must win for Kofi, but a match in which even if he loses, he could look strong in defeat, as he has done actually on a number of occasions on Monday Night Raw. Great stuff from Kofi there, into a side headlock now on Nakamura. King of strong style though, look at how quickly he's able to move, head in between the legs, and able to lock on it as well. Kofi not getting the better end of that one. Quick little strike though from Kofi Kingston now, and here we go, getting fired up between these two guys. We are only seeing one champion in action here tonight, to the best of my knowledge. Yeah, and that's going to be the SmackDown Women's Champion in, over the top rope. There goes Kofi Kingston. But we're only going to be seeing one champion action here tonight, and that's going to be the SmackDown Women's Champion in Nia Jax, who I believe is in action up next. The rest are all not here tonight. Lesnar, of course, shows up when he wants to. Finn Balor might be assembling his grand prize. I'll talk more about that in terms of this universe and for the newcomers when Balor makes his appearance. And the tag team champions, the Gorillas of Destiny, probably with Finn Balor planning it all. Last week on SmackDown Live, Balor declared himself, Bad Luck Fale, Tama Tonga, and Tangaloa the originals, and that is their group name going forward. And so, just clearing that up. I mean, I know it's a new time around here. It's a weird time as well, with so much going on so quickly. And sometimes it's tough to keep track of things, is the reality of the situation. But what we have to realize, most importantly right now, is that Shinsuke Nakamura is, for many people, public enemy number one on SmackDown Live. Has gone from one of the most beloved to one of the most hated in the blink of an eye. And Nakamura is taking it right now to Kofi Kingston. Michinoku driver, no cover attempt there though on Kofi. Dragging him away now. Cover made. This might be the first one of the match here, made by Shinsuke Nakamura. Kick out at one by Kofi, certainly proving you got a lot more to do to me if you want to put me down. Went for a kick. Great counter by Kofi. And here goes Kofi now, suplex. Is he going to leave it simple? Oh no. Falcon arrow there by Kofi, putting him in a great position to head to the top rope. Kofi Kingston going to line himself up now. Look at that. Lining up Shinsuke Nakamura pretty well. Nakamura up on his feet. Crossbody by Kofi. Cover made. Imagine if this got the win over Nakamura. Surprising scenes there would be. Kofi in now. Boom drop from Kofi. I think we're starting to see Kofi Kingston unloading away here on Shinsuke Nakamura in a way that the King of Strong Style might not have expected. Another crossbody made. Knee right in the face to go with it. Kofi now is starting to put up a great fight, but Nakamura does his best to stop him. What a chop there from Nakamura. Here we go now. Exploder. Suplex from Nakamura. And the King of Strong Style is fired up and ready to end it. Kofi, though, not staying down. Drop kick there from Kofi. Up to the top rope he goes. Went for the splash. Nakamura evaded. And that may be the opening he needs to seal the deal. Nakamura in. Kick in the gut. Kinshasa. 1, 2, and 3. Nakamura once again only needs one to finish his opponent. Shinsuke Nakamura with a win over Kofi Kingston to kickstart his SmackDown Live career. Not the best stuff for Kingston in terms of the loss, but a boom drop and a potential victory at one point over the former world champion, over the man who's the talking point of SmackDown Live, is the way to go. Nakamura's celebration mute there, all things considered. That is how we're going to kick things off on SmackDown Live. Plenty to talk about with Nakamura. It's like we're just waiting, though, to see what Nakamura will do next. Where he'll go next, we'll see, I think. Let's move on to our next contest, though. Coming up next is going to be the women's matchup that I previously talked about. Should be a very interesting one at that. Coming up next, women's champion Nia Jax is in action against Bayley. Alright, well, what a chance this is for this woman, though. Bayley given one hell of an opportunity to work with. Let's see what the Hugger can do against the SmackDown Women's Champion. For those new to this universe, let me quickly clarify something. Nia Jax already has a number one contender for her title lined up, and that is in Nikki Cross, the former SmackDown Live Women's Champion from some time ago, getting another crack at the belt. Nia Jax has been unstoppable since winning that title. She was unstoppable in her quest to winning that title, which she eventually achieved at SummerSlam from Becky Lynch. Now, we wait to see here tonight what Jax will do in her first match in this series, and Bayley is her opponent in order to see how that one goes. Bayley has, I don't even think Bayley's had a title shot for the longest time, if at all. But one thing is for certain, Bayley, right now, has a non-title opportunity against the SmackDown Women's Champion. If she gets the win here tonight, well, you better believe, in my eyes, that the SmackDown General Manager Christian James is going to do his damnedest to make sure that Bayley finds herself involved in this scenario as well. However, it is a tough victory that Bayley has to sustain. It is a tough opponent for her to try and beat. We'll see how that goes right about now, because here is the arrival of the SmackDown Women's Champion. And look at the way she heads towards the ring, that belt on her shoulder. Nia Jax seeming awfully confident about the fact that she has that belt in her accompaniment. As I said, champion since SummerSlam. Defended the belt already against Paige in a singles match at Fastlane. Paige was trying to fight, there was no doubt, but the way in which that match ended was rough for Paige. Banzai drop and then a leg drop right after it, crushing Paige's chest in, finishing the deal and bringing about the victory for Nia Jax that was necessary to retain her SmackDown Women's Championship. Now, of course, as I said, she has Nikki Cross coming up. I doubt that'll be at Survivor Series with the plans that we have for Survivor Series. More on that hopefully within the next week or two regarding what's going to happen at Survivor Series. But I can say right now is that type of match is definitely happening between Nikki Cross and Nia Jax. Right now, though, it's Bayley's chance at the SmackDown Women's Champion, and here we go between the two. Bayley coming out of the gate swinging, trying to knock Nia Jax off her feet early, trying to club into her, trying to wear her down as early as she can. Nia, though, just overpowering Bayley. Shoulder tackle there. And now we wait to see what she does. Oh, running splash to Bayley. Her chest and her gut going to be caving in from that one. Oh, rolling senton as well. My goodness. What a rough landing that one is for Bayley there, as Nia Jax now getting worked over systematically very, very early on. Camel clutch applied by Nia Jax to Bayley. See Bayley kicking her legs around as she hopes for the escape here. She is going to find her way out of it. Sweep the legs from Nia and she goes down. This could be Bayley's opportunity to work now. And she's in there with a backbreaker. Let us see what else she can get going right now. Bayley fired up and stopped right in her tracks though by Nia, and just run down again by Nia to go with it. Cover made here. There's one, and a kick out at one there by Bayley. Still showing plenty of fight in her that Nia Jax is going to have to take out from her. Jax hoping for something. Bayley saying no way. Swiping the leg away from her there. Let's see what's going to happen. Look at that from Bayley. Michinoku driver on Nia Jax. Covers the champ. Will this do it? Oh, no, it won't. That much is for certain. No way will it. In the turnbuckle we go now. Bayley getting up on the second rope, and the punches can start wailing in. Over and over again onto Nia Jax. All 10 of them strike on the SmackDown Women's Champion. You got to imagine this gives Nikki Cross a little bit of confidence with what she's witnessing, because Nia Jax is not on top of her game right now. Oh, but Bayley, in some ways, on top of her, perhaps not in the way that she would prefer, as she is driven into the mat. There's the leg drop by Nia Jax. And that could be the ticket necessary to end this all. Cover made by Jax to finish Bayley here. Bayley kicking at it too, though, but she needs a fight back in the next few seconds. She's done for. Nia Jax going to pick her up right now. And oh my goodness. Just threw her way over the top rope. Rough landing for Bayley. Clutching onto her ribs to go with it. Bayley now in trouble. No, socks her with a forearm. Give her credit. She's still hanging in there, and she's still fighting against the champion right now. No matter what the situation might be. Bayley, Hurricanrana. She's going to take herself up to the top rope here. Does she have it in her to connect with a big-time move? Jax is proving difficult to stay down. She's refusing to stay down, as a matter of fact. Bayley in. Oh, wow. Elbow drop to a standing Nia Jax across the jawline and maybe even the nose to go that far up. What a kick in the back by Bayley as well. Fired up now into the cover after those combination of strikes, and Well, it only secures one on the SmackDown Women's Champion. Nia Jax evading that there. And things aren't going to be getting any better for Bayley as she's thrown into the turnbuckle. Nia Jax now thrusting her body weight into the ribs. And this ain't going to help the ribs either. Thrown across the ring. Does Nia look to end things right about now? Oh, God, she's sending her into them again. Again into the turnbuckle. Up on top now. This is dangerous. This might be, though, what Nia Jax wants to end it. No. Nia not from up there. Avalanche Samoan drop from Nia. Cover made. 1, 2, and you better believe that is 3. Avalanche Samoa drop. Nia Jax with an emphatic win with it. The SmackDown Women's Champion sending her point there. You can try and fight as much as you want, but in the end, there is never enough to keep this woman pinned down. She's the SmackDown Women's Champion for a reason. Nikki Cross, Bayley, and anyone else better learn they ain't taking the belt from her. And even though Nia Jax's win has been sustained, it hasn't finished yet. There it is. Nia Jax has taken the microphone now, and she is on about how she usually does her talking, with the actions in the ring. But there was someone who brought up her name last week, and it intrigued her, and that was Finn Balor. She wants to know about this little gang of originals. She said that she needed to get on board with it or get out of her way, and Nia Jax, of all people, is calling out Finn Balor. And that ain't Finn Balor who's getting the message there. That is the #1 contender to the SmackDown Women's Championships music. That is Nikki Cross's music. That is not the theme of Finn Balor, that's for certain. Cross, it seems, wanting to make her statement first, and she is going right for it. Cross heading towards the ring here, and you can see that Nia Jax is not a happy camper about this. Not at all happy, but having to see her #1 contender in the ring right now when she expected to be calling out and being met with the Intercontinental Champion of all people. Both these women are huge fighters in their own right. Cross, though, just a little bit insane. And you'd Nick Cross speaking a very, very long time. We're about to hear that right here tonight. And Cross is saying that there's no need for the answer, as Finn Balor already moved on from Nia Jax and has chosen Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross, the newest member of the Originals. Cross saying she's the most dominant female on SmackDown, and they took notice of that. And not only that, but she's the next women's champion, and there ain't anything that Nia can do about it. And that is Nia Jax not too happy about the phrase there. It doesn't seem as if she's cared about the Originals thing anymore. She's taken more so to the term from Cross of calling her the most dominant woman on this roster, saying that she has to be violating the wellness policy. If she thinks she's given up this women's division, she'll have to pry it away from her. And Nikki Cross saying that she is not alone in this. Like Finn said last week, the Originals are here to take over SmackDown Live. Nikki Cross has brought in a friend, an insurance policy in many ways. Nia Jax should know her pretty well indeed. What is Cross referring to? And whoa, from behind! Becky Lynch! What? Where did Lynch come from in all this? Where did Lynch come from in these two women? They're aligned with each other, and they're beating down the SmackDown Women's Champion. What am I bearing witness to? Cross and Lynch working together. Since when was this a thing? And now they are just dismantling the SmackDown Women's Champion right in front of us. The beatdown is well and truly on. Lynch, I don't think we've seen her since SummerSlam. Backsplex onto Nia Jax. Look at Nikki Cross now taking charge, slamming her into the mat. And this could very well be the end for Nia Jax. This 2-on-1 advantage here working perfectly into their hands. I just can't get over that Becky Lynch has done this. Lynch aligning with Cross and the Originals. How do you let this happen? Nia Jax is down to the Fisherman Cradle neckbreaker. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And the celebrations by these two women, acting like they've just done an incredible piece of work. I am astonished to witness that. Nia Jax has just been leveled by these two women. Nikki Cross said she was a member of the Originals. Does that mean the same for Becky Lynch? And I never thought I'd be saying that about someone like Becky Lynch. That was, well, for lack of a better term, disgusting. Let's just move on. Man alive, the Originals are changing the scape of everything around here. There is absolutely no doubt about that they're doing everything in their power to get as much eyes and ears on them as quickly as they can. Nikki Cross definitely in it, an insurance policy in Becky Lynch. That is, I mean, I honestly don't know what to make of it all. I gotta say that, but we move on because we have to. Here tonight on Smackdown Live to our next contest here. Coming up next, we see the duo of the Usos going to be going up against the Young Bucks here. The Young Bucks, the number one contenders to the Originals Tag Team titles, held by Tama Tonga and Tangaloa. I mean, I just have to ask, I just have to wonder what goes through the mind of the Originals now, and what goes through the mind of Nia Jax, knowing that this is the case, knowing that she is now on the back foot for the first time, I think, in ages. Weeks, months even, if you wanted to say. It's been since she was on the back foot. But she is most certainly on the back foot here tonight. And we'll see how that stands out as time goes on. Nevertheless, we got to move on. Like I said, to our next contest here, it's the Young Bucks against the Usos. It's a great tag team matchup. Bucks are the number one contenders. They want to show their worth heading into that tag team title matchup. Like I said, I don't know when it's going to be. I doubt it'll be at Survivor Series. But what I do know is that the Bucks are going to want to go to Survivor Series by then as the tag team champions. They just got to ready themselves with a tag team match here against the Usos. And there you see, I believe that one is Jimmy or Jay. Jimmy or Jay. I've received a report that it's Jay who wears the shirt and Jimmy who doesn't. So there you go. I know that's Matt Jackson, though. That's a certain. We're underway, nevertheless, in this one. Between these two sides, Matt Jackson starting things off against Jey Uso. See how this one goes. Up and over the top rope early on. There goes Matt Jackson to the outside. The best start for him there. Nice counter, though. Let's see what happens. Oh, I think he just went right into his brother there, did Jay. Matt Jackson getting in the ring. It's a battle of the brothers here. Matt and Nick, of course, and Jimmy and Jay. Twin brothers against... well, not twin brothers, just brothers. That's about as much as I can say as that big knee in the face, though. We'll see which blood does run thicker, though, in this contest. Been a better start so far for Jey Uso, though, than what it has been for Matt Jackson. There's a knee drilling him right in the face. And this one does indeed continue on. Collar about tight between the two. Matt Jackson pushing him back there. Loving the Young Bucks attire here tonight. Tag made. In comes Nick Jackson right now. Arguably the more agile of the two, the younger of the two here. And we're seeing more bang for your buck coming out early. There is more bang for your buck. Connected with there, Nick Jackson coming in with that final moonsault. And now it's Nick Jackson who's going to try and fire up. Super kick in the gut, though, by Jey Uso. Super kick in the gut in return by Matt Jackson. Step up enziguri as well. Back up to their feet now, though. Both men are. Super kick. Missed with it. Matt Jackson, you know he's going to take advantage there. Slams the man down. Oh, sorry, Nick Jackson. My apologies there. Up to the second rope goes Nick. Oh, went for a shooting star press and got nothing but knees there. Holding on to his gut, feeling the effect of that one. Russian leg sweep now coming in. Tag made. Jimmy Uso in off the tag now for the first time in this one. Corkscrew forearm. as he makes his way into the ring here. Oh, Nick Jackson was so close to making the tag into his brother Matt there. Turned towards him, looked up at him, and then got met with a stomp right in his back to cease that. And it looks as if Jimmy Uso going to send him. No, he's not going to send him. So much so towards the turnbuckle as much as he just thumps him into it. Nerve grip applied here now on Nick Jackson. Probably the wrong limb that you want to be grabbing onto, though, when it comes to Nick Jackson. Let's be real. Up to his feet now. Takes him down. Kick in the back, just like his brother executed earlier on Jimmy Uso's brother. Let's see what will be done here by the Bucks. In the corner now. Tag made. We've seen one tag move. We've seen one big move already. What are we going to see here? Package pile driver by Nick into a brainbuster by Matt. Lovely stuff there. Matt Jackson on the second rope now, and he'll get the shooting star press, unlike his brother, but wow. Kick out right away there by Jimmy Uso. Matt Jackson, though, controlling this contest. Discus forearm, and down goes Jimmy Uso. Jay wanted in, but oh, Jay gets met with a super kick. Jimmy gets met with a super kick instead. Look at how quickly Matt Jackson can fire away here when he has the ability to, when he has the time to go with it, lining it up. Moonsault there. Cover made, hoping this is enough to put away Jimmy Uso. It really isn't. Most certainly was not the case. Uso, though, in with the counter. Jimmy Uso sending him into the turnbuckle. Cross body now. Things are looking good in the moment. Jimmy Uso on the arm. Yes. Rolling through. Oh, Tequila Sunrise maybe? Yes. Tequila Sunrise applied here by Jimmy Uso on Matt Jackson. Jackson nowhere near the ropes there, but Matt able to slip his way out of it and fight his way out of it as well. Back up to their feet. Corkscrew uppercut. Misses. And Matt Jackson able to fire back right away there. Let's see what will happen here. Countered. Off the ropes. Handspring cutter. Really great stuff there by Matt Jackson. No doubt about it. But again, Jimmy Uso able to counter. Sends him in the corner. And I'm wondering, so is Jimmy Uso alright? Is he going to do anything? Nope. But oh, he will drill him with the super kick. Matt Jackson brought right down with that super kick, and that could be enough. All the members of the team in the ring. Nick in to save his brother. Nick in to stop Jimmy Uso as well. Up and over the top rope there and back out as both men are down now. You gotta imagine both brothers want the tag in here. Jay wants to get back in this one, so too does Nick. But it is Jimmy Uso who still has control here over the Young Bucks and over Matt Jackson, most importantly. Tag made. Jay Uso in now. Stamping down on him. And working into the back as well of Matt Jackson. This is not where Matt Jackson needs nor wants to be. He had to fight on there, and he most certainly did. Great bit of work by him there. Tag made. What else have the Young Bucks got lined up? Slamming him down now. Matt Jackson still prepped for something. Back suplex. Assisted moonsault. Well, that's innovative from the Bucks. As Matt Jackson now finally can make his way out, and Nick Jackson can start going here with a good few moves for himself. And super kick! One from both brother now. Super kicks to the Usos. We've seen a plethora of them, in all honesty, in this one. Jey Uso dropped down to his back there instead of being sent up to the top rope. Look at this. Standing sliced bread. Nice bit of work with the ropes. Jey Uso made the intervention there. Going back out, though, after he realized that his brother was able to kick out of it. Oh, this is interesting. What are we going to see now? Is he going to line up a big splash? Oh, no corkscrew forearm to his brother, though. Matt hanging in there. Oh, that was a bit of a underhanded tactic. Might not have worked out the way that Jey Uso wanted it to. Is he going to make the tag into his brother, though? Jimmy Uso tagged in. Uso's lined up. What are we going to see here? Jey Uso throwing him. Samoa drop there. Will that be enough? No, they're not even going to think about a cover, I've just noticed. Jimmy Uso back in, lifting him up. Into a different turnbuckle now he goes. This time Jimmy Uso does know how to use a turnbuckle, but he gets stopped in his tracks by Nia Jax. Into a back elbow as well to go with it. It's such a competitive tag team match by both sides. There's no doubt here who's got the ability within them to end things. Wait a minute. The Bucks might be ready here. Matt picks him up. They're going to look for the Indie Taker. And they have nailed it on him. Take a look at that. Spiking the head of Jimmy Uso into the mat. And Matt Jackson will go in for the cover. Will this do it? No! Kick out at 2. Oh, but things are done. Super kick. Super kick by Matt Jackson now. Cover made. Will this end Jimmy Uso? Yes, it will. The Young Bucks win on their way towards a tag team title match with the Gorillas of Destiny. It might not have gone perfect. It might not have gone exactly the way they wanted it to, but it has gone that way nonetheless, and this is how they will have to accept it. Victory for the Bucks. And the Usos are going to be frustrated that they didn't do more with all the offense they got in that match, because they certainly got a lot, and they certainly put a lot to waste as well. The Young Bucks, your winners, though. And I wonder if the Originals, who are probably high on their horse right now after what they saw just moments before, do still have their eyes on the Young Bucks, because they most certainly need to. They want to hold on to those tag team titles. That is a topic, though, for another day. Let's move on to our next contest of the evening. Let's speed right through this card. Coming up next, Sheamus against Kevin Owens. Alright, well, next contest of the evening it is, and this is a great opportunity for one of the guys in this matchup, and that is Sheamus. He has a strong opportunity in front of him to be getting a win over a guy who's been resurging his career on SmackDown Live and turning over a new leaf in the whole process of it in Kevin Owens. I will get into what I mean in just a moment. Basically put, Owens was handed a lifeline to keep his career on SmackDown Live going, and he won it. He did win the match. Credit where it's due to him. And then from then on, Owens showed that he really is interested in turning over a new leaf and making things about becoming a better athlete and becoming a better person, I guess, in general as well. He's been showing a lot more respect in the ring. He's been showing his devotion towards SmackDown Live, and he's looking to continue that here tonight by going one-on-one against the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. We have seen... we have not seen Sheamus in action, actually, was the point that I was trying to get to in a long time. I can't remember the last time we actually saw Sheamus in action. I think it was long before the SmackDown Live general manager came around. It's a great, great opportunity for Sheamus here tonight, nonetheless, to get a chance out and prove himself. Sheamus is ready. Owens, you got to imagine, waiting backstage, is ready for another big contest. Let's see, though, how it goes down for Owens, Sheamus. These two guys, former world champions in their own right, both being handed an opportunity here to try and get a win over the other. Crowd might go with Owens. They are still divided on them. There's no doubt about it, but you never know how things turn out. There is Kevin Owens anyway, heading towards the ring. He is most certainly ready for this one. The 4-time WWE champion, former Intercontinental champion, former Mr. Money in the Bank at it. And what in the world are we witnessing here? Sheamus ain't interested in Kevin Owens' entrance. He's interested in a fight right now. Sheamus blindsiding Owens on the ramp and forcing him towards the ring right now. No such interest or care by Sheamus when it comes to the entrance of KO. Every interest, every intrigue to getting this match started as soon as he possibly can. Sheamus with a power bomb there to Owens on the outside. Referee can't do anything about this right now. Matchup hasn't even started. Both men finally in the ring, but it's Sheamus who jumped the gun and has control, but that hasn't gone his way. Backfiring temporarily. Irish whip though by Sheamus. Up and over the top rope now goes Kevin Owens. Oh no, the beats in the chest. Here we go. Over and over. Count them along as you may. Sheamus again and again into the chest of Owens. He is going to be happy That shirt was covering there, but even then, it can only cover so much before it starts to do a whole lot of damage. And that's exactly what happened right there. Oh no, Sheamus now getting countered by Owens. Great counters by KO. What a lariat by him as well. And this has been a far more aggressive start, I imagine, than what Kevin Owens might have entailed. But it is exactly how Sheamus wanted it to go. There's no doubt about that. What's Owens doing here? Pinning the arm back of Sheamus now. Stomping, I imagine, right in the hand. Not really a good shot of it, but Sheamus is grabbing his hand after that. So that may very well be the case. Knee in the back to follow up after it. Sheamus now getting covered here by Owens early on. Kick out at 1. Heavy kick in the back. Lifts him up. Side headlock. Sheamus in a bit of trouble right now. Going to try and get his way out of it. He most certainly will do. Wrenches on that side. Headlock and a shoulder tackle will bring Owens down now. There's been a slog between these two men in the opening moments. Not so much anything in the way of grappling or high-tech moves. Just beating the other man down. There is the most wrestling move, for lack of a better term, we've had in this whole match. That fireman's carry sent on there and a fall-away slam following up after it. Sheamus showing great power here. Let's see what will happen right now. Counter there by Owens off the ropes. Might have been thinking back elbow there. Sheamus able to counter his way out of it. Didn't counter his way out of the German suplex though. And add all of that one. Big clubbing blow in the back there by Shamo as well. And Owens able to fight on. Oh, look at that trade. But it's Owens who sends Sheamus up and over the top rope. And now goes to the top rope himself. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, Kevin Owens just necked himself. Rip Kevin Owens with that impact, apparently. Or not, you know. Perfectly fine after landing on your neck. Wish I could be like that. Fight continuing on the outside once more here. There's just been a scrap between these two guys. As I said, Owens in with a counter. Sheamus going back into the ring here. I'll be frustrated with how things are going in this one. And maybe a little surprised as to why he got the jump on Owens. And it hasn't worked out the way he wanted it to. Nice back suplex backbreaker. Cover made on the 4-time WWE champion. And Owens still able to kick out at an early count there. That's not going to give Sheamus much hope, but this may very well do. Irish curse backbreaker. Sheamus hanging on in there for a trio of them. Onto Owens. And you have the feeling like you know what is coming up next. Sheamus going to line it up. Brogue kick by Sheamus. Cover made on Owens. Will this put him down? No. Owens able to kick out at 2. Sheamus going to wish that was enough to finish things. And the frustration now getting the best of the Celtic Warrior. Owens back up to his feet though. And look at him go. Referee sent on his arse there. Shouldn't have got in the way, the silly dipstick. Kevin Owens lifting him up. Just leaving him go as well. Up and down he goes. Owens now picks him up. Owens breaker incoming. And he nails him with it. Great comeback from Owens here. Now he just needs one more move to add to complete the comeback and to seal the victory for him as well. Kevin Owens is not going for it yet. Up and over the top rope. Ripping onto his gut there was Sheamus. Things aren't looking that good for him right now at all. Hammer lock. Russian leg sweep from Owens now. This scrap just continues on the outside. Again, Owens is sent careening into the ring pole. Back in we go now. Sheamus somehow having control in this one. To being on the back foot there. Great counter by Owens. And Owens has him right where he wants him. Kevin Owens. Pop-up powerbomb. Cover made. 1, 2, and 3. Kevin Owens beats Sheamus. There you are. There's your win. Job done indeed for KO. It was a comeback in ways for Owens. Jumped at first by Sheamus during his entrance, and then following up from that, a bro kick and an assault that he wasn't ready at all for. In the end, though, Kevin Owens not only survives, but thrives with a very well-earned victory. There's no doubt about that in my eyes. Very well done indeed. Congrats to Kevin Owens on that one. Good job. Good stuff from him. Well, Owens can celebrate that win as much as he wants, but it's time to move on to our main event of the evening, and it's an entertaining main event of the evening as well. Bobby Fish against Jeff Hardy up next. Alright, well, here it is. Our main event of the evening is right in front of us. Let's do this one. Bobby Fish against Jeff Hardy. And, well, for those of you who are new to this universe, you might be thinking, Bobby Fish, how is a guy like this in the main event of Smackdown Live? One very simple reason is there's that man behind him in Paul Heyman, the biggest snake we've seen in this universe. And another thing, Bobby Fish is the second longest reigning champion of all time in this universe. 390 days he achieved as the WWE champion. Not a record, a record that has only been broken by one man, and that is Seth Rollins, currently the ECW champion in day 400, and who the fuck knows at this point. But what I can say is that Fish achieved that reign not by luck, not by underhanded tactics, but by being one of the very best. And that comes from someone who does not like Bobby Fish, who does not think that Fish is a very respectable talent in any way, shape or form. As a matter of fact, I'm not a fan of Fish at all for the most part. I think he's a scumbag, but he is a very talented wrestler, and he showed it in his year and then some reign as WWE champion, defeating the likes of Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Shinsuke Nakamura, besting some of the very best, even besting Brock Lesnar to hold on to that title. Something that this man was unable to do at No Way Out. But Brock Lesnar has become a completely different, well, for lack of a better term, beast since then. Since Fish was able to beat him. And I think if it was turned around, it would be a completely different story nowadays. I think that it would be on the latter end of things for Bobby Fish when it comes to trying to beat Brock Lesnar. Hardy found that out in very unfortunate ways, shall we say, at No Way Out. He was putting up a fight. He was trying to hit his big moves, but he couldn't keep Lesnar down for long enough to go for a Swanton bomb. And I think the literal one time he had the chance to, he didn't go for it. And I think that was what proved vital. And all it took was one F5 to seal the deal. Brock Lesnar retained his WWE Championship. We'll see what is next for the Beast, but here tonight, a good enough match for you. The main event between two fairly big names on the SmackDown Live roster. We're ready to go here. Heyman watching a ringside. Fish ready. Hardy ready. And out of the gate swinging comes Bobby Fish with that flying forearm. Now then, interesting news as some of you may have seen last week on SmackDown Live. Bobby Fish and Jinder Mahal made up the Dangerous Alliance before. Jinder Mahal traded back to Monday Night Raw, maybe for Kofi Kingston. That may be what the trade was. I'm not too certain. Maybe for Randy Orton as well. That was certainly something weird to see last night. But Fish decided to give him a send-off in the only way he knew how. And that was following... who beat him? Who beat Jinder Mahal? Was it Jeff Hardy? I think it was Jeff Hardy, wasn't it? Hardy beat Mahal. And in that process, in that time, Fish got in the ring and attacked Mahal and left him be. Left him no, I think it was Kevin Owens, my apologies, who beat Jinder Mahal. Left him laying in the ring. And that was it. That was the end of the Dangerous Alliance. That was the end of the Dangerous Alliance and Jinder Mahal working together. Now it is all about Bobby Fish and Paul Heyman, as we can see right here. Suplex down there on the back. Things not looking too great right now for Jeff Hardy, but you got to imagine he is still reeling Only been 48 hours since the loss to Brock Lesnar. And here goes Hardy, though, with some hard punches into the head of Bobby Fish. But Fish able to find a counter there, pushing him away, running in there. Is that maybe a forearm or a back elbow into the chest or the head region? Whatever it was. Fish able to strike right after it. Nasty German suplex from the 3-time WWE Champion. Former Intercontinental Champion as well. Pretty sure he still holds the record for the longest reign in this universe with that title to boot. Bobby Fish. Oh my goodness! Would not have expected to see that from Fish. He went for it. And it didn't go the way that he wanted it to. Moonsault backfired. Fight continuing on the outside. And this certainly, the outside is where Fish likes to take advantage as well. He may well be a very skilled technical wrestler, but get him on the outside and he will do whatever he wants. He will use whatever he wants, because that's what Paul Heyman likes to teach him. Likes to force him to remember into the announce table there, but it's Hardy who sends him back into the ring. It's Fish, though. He picks them up. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Fish in, no way. Fish hook. Fish hook. Fish covers Hardy. There's 2 and Hardy kicking out at the count of 2 there. Much to the enragement, I got to imagine, of Bobby Fish. That seriously came from out of left field there by Jeff Hardy. Really just out of nowhere with it. Hope there was enough, but oh, Jeff Hardy now is on the receiving end of a beatdown from Fish, turning him round. Bobby Fish now, look at the way he has the leg trapped. Beautiful combination. I do not like this man one bit, but he is a very skilled wrestler. Dragon Sleeper applied now by Fish on Hardy. Looking for a submission victory here like we saw in last night's main event. If you haven't seen Monday Night Raw yet, I would trust that you go back and watch the opening episode of this universe. Quite the night to kickstart this series. Hardy in. Jawbreaker by Jeff Hardy. Bobby Fish feeling the effects of that one for a split second. I honestly thought Hardy was thinking twist of fate there. Heyman watching on. Hardy taking time to recover, and I think that is due to the injuries that he may have sustained. Now Hardy in. Twist of fate. Like a stunner variation on it. Heyman getting involved here. Heyman getting involved, and Fish will try and steal one from right in front of Jeff Hardy. Rolls him up, covers him here. Hardy kicks out at 2. Jeff Hardy still fighting on. Socked him right in the face with that one. Jeff Hardy, big time DDT. You knew Heyman was trying to protect his client. And now the question is, did it do the job that was needed? Hardy on the top rope. In we go. No! Swanton bomb is missed. Fish evaded it. And in from behind. Fish. Dragon suplex to Hardy. And he's going to look to end it here. He is going to look to put this one away. Say goodnight to Jeff Hardy. No, we won't. Fish hook is reversed. 2 finishes reversed. One right after the other. Hardy, though, sent up and over the top rope. But he ain't giving in. Getting up to his feet there and sending Fish back into the ring now. What a great main event this is turning out to be. Fish, though, countered by Hardy with the elbows into the back. A dazed. And oh, wow. Leaping neck breaker by Hardy. Almost like a zigzag. Hardy going up to the top rope here. Does he look for the Swanton bomb again? Yes, he does, and again Fish evades it. Again, Fish finds his way out of it. And Fish now, roll up on Hardy. Will he do it? Yes, he will. Bobby Fish. Doesn't matter to him how he wins matches, so long as he does. And the former WWE Champion picks up his first big win in a long time. Hardy frustrated. He thought that was a 2 count. He thought he had his shoulder up in time. Fish and Heyman celebrating. It is victory for Bobby Fish in the main event. Hardy does not look best pleased about it. You knew Fish was going to do everything in his power to win, and he did just that right there. There is your winner, Bobby Fish. And there is SmackDown Live sealed for you. Maybe not as many talking points as Monday Night Raw, but the originals are expanding at a rapid rate. Nikki Cross, maybe even Becky Lynch added to the scenes. I just can't believe that Becky Lynch has done what she has done here tonight. I think that's the most surprising outcome to me. That ends this episode of SmackDown Live. We'll see you tomorrow for ECW. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.